Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm actually gonna drink my protein milk as I do the review of the Part 107 exam, which I just took and passed barely. So here's what I take away from this. First of all, they do recommend you study about 15 hours before you take your Part 107 exam. That is a whole bunch of crap because I've studied for about a month, including watching different videos on YouTube, including taking probably 50 practice exams. And I actually got to a point where I was getting about 90%, 90, yeah, like right around 90% on my practice exams. So, oh yeah, by the way, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm back in the States. So that's why I got my protein milk. So the whole process was fairly simple, but not without its kinks. So I went online, I scheduled the actual Part 107 exam, and it gives you locations where to schedule. Now, I don't know why I did this, probably because I am a veteran and I have access to military bases most of the time. But I decided to schedule my exam at on the military base, Air Force Base, and I went, and they wouldn't let me onto the base because I actually went yesterday first, and they said no, you unless you're active military, you can't be on base. And I'm like, is the base locked down? It's basically locked down tighter than Fort Knox because I had every single ID possible. I had my federal ID, I had my passport, I had my driver's license, I had my DD-214. They still wouldn't let me on. So here I am thinking that I'm out $175 because the test is less than 24 hours away and I can't cancel it to refund it and can't reschedule it, which is a huge drawback. So this morning when I woke up, my test was scheduled for 10:30 and I said, screw it. I'm gonna try to get on base again. And I don't know, maybe it was my t-shirt. It says like, I do it for the tacos. Maybe it was my t-shirt, but got the same guy at the visitor center. And I told him, I'm like, dude, I gotta get on base. Call your commanding officer. I just need to get on, take the test. And I showed him the printout of my test scheduled for 10:30 this morning. I said, I gotta take the test and I'll be out. I'm like, just give me a 3-hour pass. I take the test and I get out. He told me, it's like, well, usually we don't do this. But he called, I don't know who he called. He gave him my driver's license number. They ran the background check on me real quick, made sure that I didn't have any outstanding warrants or anything else. And he gave me a 1-day pass. And I got on base and I get to the testing site and they're like, how the hell did you get on base? Because usually all they get is military personnel. They didn't have any civilians because, like, really, I don't know what's going on. You can't get on base. So I took the test. Now, here is something you just have to know about the Part 107 exam. I don't care how many practice exams you take. I don't care how many practice tests you take. This shit is hard. It was harder than any practice exam I took. And the thing is, practice exams, they are based on old questions. This thing had questions and topics I've never seen before. So I basically had to use logic and reasoning to guess maybe about 20 questions because I had no clue. I had to search for answers in the supplement, in the chart supplement, and it was hard. One of the questions was, and I've never come across this question, no matter how much studying I did. If you're approaching a runway, and I still don't know if I answered that question correctly or not. It's like if you're approaching a runway at night and it seems to you that your aircraft is going too low and too slow, what do you do? And I'm like, what the hell? I never had that question before. So, um, yeah, I took the test. I thought I failed. I kid you not, because I guessed probably a good part, half of the questions on there. So I did think I failed, but when I went to get my results, I actually got a 75, which is a pass. So I'm happy. I did not fail. But for some reason, I thought, they immediately send you, like, once you pass, they send you your ID in the mail. That's not the case. Like, I have the instructions, but once you pass, you go to PSI website. No, you go to the other website. I'll actually tell you. So once you pass, they give you these instructions. So basically, you go to the IACRA website. You log in, you click Start New Application. You go through all the hoops and whistles. You select Pilot. You select Remote Pilot Certification. You fill everything in, and then you put in your testing number, because they have to review your test. And then they tell you you will get your temporary remote pilot identification or certification in approximately 7 days. And once you have that, they will ship you your regular one through the mail. So it's not immediate like getting a driver's license. When you get your driver's license, you take the test, you pass, they give you the license on the spot. No, I'll probably have my license in 2 weeks. But study for that test. My suggestion to you, I did not go this route, but because I couldn't at the moment, because I was in Ukraine, I wish I did. Take a specified course to study for this exam, because I am not joking. I am not kidding you. It's much harder than I expected. The questions you will see on that exam, maybe 10 to 20% of them, you have, if you just do the YouTube, if you just do like your own independent study, 10 to 20% of those questions you probably never come across at all. So figure 20% of the questions that you can get wrong, that's already the highest score you can get is 80%, and you need 70 to pass. So I suggest take a course, pay like what, $100, $150 for the course. Take the course. It will help you pass that exam your first try. I did pass. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm gonna start my commercial drone flying business here soon. Once I have my temporary license, it's gonna have the license number. I'm gonna do some business cards, do some flyers, door hangers, magnet on my car, and advertise myself as a drone pilot. Because the area I'm in, I think there's only one drone business in a 50-mile radius. So, and they don't advertise. People here are stupid. They don't know what advertisement is. So I'm gonna do that, and hopefully it will take off. For me, it's my hobby, so I'm excited either way. So I did get 3 new drones. I have them with me. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. I will show you the drones I got. I will tell you how much they cost me, and we're gonna do some flying here in about a week. The reason, and if you know this answer, please specify in the comments. So I have 3 drones. I can definitely register all 3 drones through the FAA, I think it's FAA Drone Zone, as a recreational flyer. The problem I run into, I cannot find the answer as to how, once I get my commercial license, how I transfer the drones from the recreational to the commercial side, or if it's at all possible, or if I have to deregister them and then register them as commercial. So I figure, I can wait a week until I have my license, then start flying. I live in a beautiful area, so you'll see some beautiful photos and videos. But yeah, I'm just waiting, and next video will be unboxing. And many of you asked me if I'm gonna get myself a Mini 3 Pro. I will. I'm actually waiting for something. As soon as I get that, I'm gonna get the Mini 3 Pro. So thank you guys for watching. More topics, more subjects to come. That's why I changed the name of the channel to The Ukrainian, because it's going to be basically starting from zero, my adventures in the US. But for now, got my license, passed the test, very excited. If you looking to take your test sometime soon, I suggest study for it. Like really study, take it seriously, because it's a serious test, and FAA really want to make sure they give the certifications to the people who really need it and not just getting it for the fun of it. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.